Okay. Our first class speaker took an unconventional route in preparing for this speech today. He went around to every senior English class and asked each student to write a small paragraph about another senior who inspired them. Now, I've known this young man since elementary school, and not only is he an exemplary athlete, a great leader, and an unparalleled hard worker, but he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So it is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you Pat Kohan.
This little light of mine, I gotta let it shine. It's a light of mine. Let me try this again.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Can you hear me? Everybody hear me? All right. Inspire. To influence or impel. Influence. The power of persons or things to produce effects on others by intangible or indirect means. Light. Something that makes things visible. Metaphorical light. The talents, characteristics, and personal traits that make up who we are. We use our metaphorical light to inspire or influence others. We make ourselves visible to produce effects on others by intangible or indirect means. So when I say, turn on your light, it means make your talents, characteristics, and personal traits visible to everyone. When we turn our lights on, we use the power of inspiration to intangibly produce effects on others. Those who are shadowed with the darkness of depression, the pressure of expectations, and the fear of future can see our lights. That light inspires them to be themselves. It empowers them to try harder, to do better, and to succeed. You all have told me whose light you've seen and what effect it had on you personally. Some of you told me about Lily Thomas, how her smile and her positive attitude lightens your day. Others told me the only reason you're still in school was because of Savannah Mangold. Who inspired you by taking charge of her life and joining the Army National Guard. These two have turned on their lights to help others and themselves. But it's not just them. It's Cole Cummings and Lindsay Mondich for their admirable personalities. It's Hannah Burrill, Nick Miller, and Luke Miller for their dedication to their activities and their academics. It's people like Sean Body and Leslie Kalbrenner who inspire with their originality. It's those people and more. Some of us going through high school get lost in the monotony of homework and classes. And it feels like we're on that bridge to nowhere because we don't know what we want to do in life. We just don't see the point in going to school in general. Those are the times we look for the light. Those are the times when we look to the people around us. We look to those that have endured, like Sophia Smith, who has suffered more than one serious sports injury, but has never given up. Or Brian Mahler, who totally supports himself and still is able to live a teenage life. The qualities we see in those who press on are what we desire to have in our own lives. We want the strength of Cindy Erickson and Tress Saldivar, who combined have overcome the struggles of the beginning and the ending of life. We want the creativity that Electric Gardenier expresses, with her personality and her wardrobe. We also want the passion that Eric Mason has for his music and his faith. We want to be like these people, but we have to understand that we are these people. We ourselves can inspire those around us by just being who we are. We look to others for inspiration. The inspiration we receive is a spark that turns on our own lights. In the words of my good buddy, Bruce Springsteen. Hey there, baby. I could use just a little help. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. So you see what I mean? We all need a little spark once in a while. Just a little inspiration. To be ourselves. Once ourselves, we feel like we can fly. We see ourselves doing all the things we wanted to do. Being the person we always wanted to be. It's then we hear people start to say, hey, did you hear about Tatiana Sinhuber? She's really changed her life. She's going to be somebody. So then we hear about Evan Thibodeau raising $3,000 for cancer research. Or the Dinnan twins running in circles faster than anyone in the state. And also, Lisa Imamura for her patience to help others. And Grace Lumba, who's thankful for everything she has. Hey, buddy.
They weren't the only ones, though. I got one about you. You.
And you. And you. And you. And you. You. And me. Us. Everyone. Overall, this is a pretty amazing class. And that's why I'm here today. Because of you, class of 2006. You're my inspiration. But if you don't get anything out of this speech today, take this anonymous quote with you. There comes a time when we must stand alone. You must feel confident enough within yourself to follow your own dreams. You must be willing to make sacrifices. You must be capable of changing and rearranging your priorities so that your final goal can be achieved. Sometimes familiarity and comfort need to be challenged. There are times when you must take a few extra chances and create your own realities. Be strong enough to at least try to make your life better. Be confident enough that you won't settle for a compromise just to get by. Appreciate yourself by allowing yourself the opportunities to grow, develop, and find your true sense of purpose in this life. Don't stand in someone else's shadow. When it's your sunlight, that should lead the way. The potential all of us have is so bright. Congratulations and good luck to the class of 2006.
Pat Kohan.